Good morning, Facebook Live. We're only a couple of days away from starting Hormone Bootcamp, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I am especially excited for the first 5 people who have signed up for Hormone Bootcamp. Guys, this is going to be great. Everyone else that's following, telling you, you do not want to miss this event. By the way, I have the windows down, so if you're watching live, let me know if the window or the air is basically too loud. I'll roll it up. It's really nice out here right now. But anyways, one of the things that I want to do today is help you prepare and get your mindset ready for the upcoming Hormone Bootcamp. I mentioned this a little bit when it came to the contract with yourself. And I want to emphasize this. Actually, going to just roll up the window, but I want to emphasize this part because I believe that mindset is a huge part of creating your success story when it comes to health and just about any other area of your life. And so, as we prepare for the upcoming Hormone Bootcamp, one of the things that you need to go and prepare, one of the things you need to prepare for is really just getting your mindset ready to basically go into this for the long term and understand what's going to happen over the next 6 weeks. So first of all, the reason why I think the contract with yourself is so important is because this is about making a decision. Now, for those of you who don't know, I've been an entrepreneur for about since 2006, so that's when I left the Navy, and I recently just got a job. This is actually the first time that I've had a job in about 13 years. And so my 13-year run before I had to get a job, which I'll talk about, some of the reasons for that later on. But one of the things that I've learned when it comes to like actually running different businesses and being successful in different areas of life, is that it really all boils down to making a decision. Now, when you start to get around people who are on the same path as you are, people who have the same goals and aspiration as you have, this is like one of the secrets for, people that, that are successful. So I do have a lot of entrepreneur friends, many who make multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, and every single one of them, one of the things that separates them and one of the reasons why I surround myself with people like that is because they speak a certain language, right? And so when you are around that, you tend to speak the same, you tend to basically act the same, and therefore you start to get some of the same results. The same thing is going to happen with this. You're going to be around people who are looking to improve their health. You're going to start to notice that they're all going to be doing the same thing. They're all going to be doing, roughly like acting the same way, birds of a feather flock together kind of deal. But one of the words that I really have become really interested word is this word decision, making a decision. If you take the word decide, if you break it down, the root word is side, right? And you find that word in other words like genocide, suicide, pesticide, herbicide, right? And side, basically what it means to kill off. It means to cut out any other option. So when it comes to health, the reason why you want to sign a contract with yourself is you want to make a decision, meaning you want to cut out any other option that your life is going to be anything other than a healthy life. That's what that means. And it's one thing to make a decision like, you go out to dinner and you make a decision like you pick something out of the menu. That's an easy decision. But when it comes to making a big decision, that's something that's going to last a year, 2 years, 3 years, a lifetime. That's what most people are not good at. And that's why a lot of people don't have success in many areas of their life. It's because they decide today that they want one thing, and then tomorrow something comes their way, and all of a sudden that decision is no longer in their radar, right? So that's the importance of signing a contract with yourself, is making a decision that, hey, not only are you going to go through this boot camp and for the next 6 weeks, you're going to do everything. You're going to give it your all. And after those 6 weeks, you're going to have to make another decision. Are you going to keep up with that same lifestyle, or are you going to go back to your old ways, right? And so that's where the word decision really comes in. And so when it comes to the boot camp, understand that just about everything that you do in life, you're going to have to take time away from other things so that you can put time and focus into what you do want, right? I've mentioned this in some of my videos that when you stop focusing on what you when you stop focusing on what you don't want is easily available. So here's what that means. Through the boot camp, what I'm going to start doing is basically helping you create habits. Like, first thing you do in the morning is drink a ton of water with minerals. That's a decision that you're going to make, and you're basically making time for that. When you make time for that, basically what you are doing is you're taking away time from everything else. So if your morning routine used to be that you'd wake up and maybe you have coffee first thing in the morning, or maybe orange juice or something else, what that means is that you're no longer going to do that. Now you're basically doing what you know is actually going to help you and move you towards your goal, whether it's more energy, lose weight, clear your brain fog, all these other things. You're now giving time to the things that you want. When you stop paying attention to that, guess what? What you don't want becomes easily available. People will invite you to breakfast, to go to other places, and you're going to start eating things that you don't want. That's basically how it happens. So the important thing to understand, though, when it comes to going through the boot camp and getting your mindset ready, is that whenever you're doing something that requires a big decision, you have to think of the airplane analogy, that going in, you have to give it your all. You have to go full throttle. A plane doesn't take off at 60% throttle or 80% throttle. You have to go full throttle. And so for the next 6 weeks, what you need to do if you're going to be participating in the hormone bootcamp is basically telling everyone that you know around you, and just basically letting the world know that over the next 6 weeks, it's all about you and your health. This is what self-love is about. It's you taking care of you so that you can take care of everyone else. You cannot take care of anyone else unless you take care of yourself. And so for the next 6 weeks, that's what you're going to do. You're going to have to go full throttle, go all in so that you can take off. That's how a plane takes off. Now, once you take off, you can't keep on full throttle because you'll run out of gas. You just cannot maintain that level of energy. And that's when you begin to coast, right? And so after the boot camp, you're going to see how I take periods of my life. Like this week, I took a week off to do a type of cleanse, right? A citrus cleanse, which I'll show you guys later on. And then after this week, I'm going to coast for a little bit, basically just give myself a break until I am ready for my next cycle. And so that's how you're going to be, you're going to notice that that's how I operate in many areas of my life. So when it comes to health, I may go, I may take 30 days, 60 days, 90 days and do like full keto. I may take, a week and do a 7-day water fast. I may do, a different kind of cleanse or something else, but then I take some time and I just kind of like coast and, let off the throttle for a little bit. But remember, all of this is coming because I made a decision, and that's really what keeps me going. And so you're going to see that, for many of you, especially those of you who participate in the hormone bootcamp, you're going to notice that as you begin to change yourself, you begin to change your health, people around you are going to actually notice your changes. They're going to actually start to pay attention to what you are doing. And you can use that as leverage to actually continue on your journey. That's basically what I am doing. For me, I started this journey back in 2012. And I can tell you that being on a liquid diet and doing all of these things, it does kind of get boring at times, right? I mean, I would much rather wake up and be able to go eat a breakfast burrito, right? That just sounds, going out with friends, having your happy hour mimosas or whatever, that's more fun, that's more social. But because I have made a decision that I am going to fix my leaky gut, what I've had to do over the last few months is literally, what some people may call antisocial or whatever. I think of myself as more like, hey, I'm just being more of myself and doing what I actually want to do, what I know is good for me, what I know I should be doing. And that sometimes requires you to get away from people who don't support you in your vision and get around people who do support you in your vision and are actually headed the same way you are headed, right? And that's why I am loving this community right now that I am building, is because I know that most people around me, they don't care about all the health stuff that I do because they have not experienced life when you have no energy, when you're gaining weight and you can't lose weight no matter what you do, no matter what diet you try. They just haven't experienced that. And that's why, I try to share things that I know are good for their health and they don't pay attention. But anyone who's been in that situation where, you wake up and you're walking like a zombie, you have, brain fog throughout the morning, you need you need to be punched with a bean, like a coffee bean bag just to wake up. Nothing seems to work. That's the reason why, for me, sharing this information with, people who have experienced that and all of a sudden seeing them get results, that motivates me, that drives me. And so you're going to have to find something like that once you go past the boot camp, because I'm telling you, it can get old. It can get, it can become like a routine grind kind of deal. And you're going to have to need, you're going to need a bigger vision, basically bigger vision than yourself to basically keep going. And so hopefully with that, you get an idea of where, where we're headed as a community. It's going to be up to you. I promise you, if you give it your all over the next 6 weeks, I am promising that I'm going to give it my all and pour like everything that I know and help you guys out as much as I can over the next 6 weeks. I can't do this for you. So the results from this really depend on how much you take action, right? I'm not there with you when you wake up to tell you, hey, drink your water, right? You're going to have to do that for yourself. So you have to basically meet me halfway. But if you're willing to give it your all, I'm telling you, I'm going to give it my all over the next 6 weeks. And then if you want to stick around after those 6 weeks and basically coast with me and just follow me for, like the next, whatever cycles I do, like I said, I'm on my journey to heal my leaky gut, restructure my gut flora, and overall improve my health and vitality. So anyone who wants that to basically live a more active lifestyle, that's what I want for myself. I know that as I grow older, my nephews are also going to be growing older and I want to be able to go hike with them. And so I need energy for that. I need to make sure that as I get older that I'm able to keep up, with these two little toddlers that are growing up super fast. And I know that there's many people that are following me that want the same thing. You want to see your kids grow up, your grandchildren grow up, and you want to be an active part of your lifestyle. Well, if you want that, you need to make a decision that you're going to be working on your gut health and basically your overall vitality. It's not a 1 day thing. It's not a 6 week program. It's not a 1 year program. It's really a lifelong decision. It's a lifestyle. So that's basically where that comes in. So that being said, tomorrow I'm going to be going live and basically making sure that everyone has everything ready to kick off the hormone bootcamp. Registration for hormone bootcamp is going to go up until Sunday, but I'm telling you, today should be the last day for those of you who are participating, like really being active and taking it seriously, to make sure that you have all of the supplies ready, especially the minerals. That's what we're starting off this week. So if you can, for whatever reason you can't get all of the supplies right now, that's fine, as long as you get the minerals for this week. And then right before the next week, you can get like, the nutrients, the vitamin D, the green juice, and everything else that we're going to be using. So just make sure you have those ahead of time before the week starts. But tomorrow I'm going to walk you through everything that you need to know as far as, what you're going to have ready as far as water and everything like that. I'm also going to be reaching out to, the five, the top five. My favorite five are going to be basically, and basically, if I don't know if you guys are listening or will be watching the replay, but I've got Carolina, Soshi, Sylvia, Lisa, and Yvette. These were the first five, I believe. If I have those wrong, I'll correct it. So, but I think you guys were the first five to actually sign up. So make sure, I'm gonna be getting in touch with you guys, and we'll go from there. So I'm really excited about this. I hope everyone has a great Friday, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.